Hello and welcome to Jericho's Infusion, where we infuse the shared joy of creativity and innovation into our everyday meals. And whether you are a member of the squad, a returning visitor, or you're just passing by, I'd like to invite you to stay a while with me as we dive into today's recipe. We are making Nigerian style stewed chicken, and this is a one pot chicken stew. It's so good, it's so delicious, it's so quick and easy to make. I guarantee you will come back for a second and a third helping. It's that good. Come along with me to my kitchen. Let's infuse together. All right, friends, here are all the ingredients that we are going to be using to infuse this delicious one pot chicken stew. All right, I got some drumsticks. I got about eight, although I ended up using just six of it. I've washed thoroughly with some vinegar, salt, and water, and I got about six plum tomatoes. I got some scallions, some onions, which I cut. I have some thyme, coriander powder, cumin powder, curry powder, some cayenne pepper, and then I have my seasoning powder. I got some mixed blended peppers, ginger, garlic, carrots, green beans. Use whatever vegetable you have available, okay? I got some onions, some tatashe, and of course some fresh scotch bonnet peppers. And these are all the simple ingredients. Of course, I got my parsley and my celery leaves. Use whatever seasonings you have available, okay? So I am going to start by seasoning my chicken with some salt. So I'm going to just rub that in until it's well incorporated. You can do this ahead of time. You can add extra seasoning, but I'm trying to keep this as simple as possible. You can keep this aside for some minutes, an hour or two. Do it in the morning. It's so that the salt can infuse properly into your chicken, okay? Now let's start making our chicken stew. One pot chicken stew. Friends, anytime you're in a hurry and you want to make something nice and delicious for your family, this is one recipe you should go to. And I tell you, it's so good. I went in with a cooking spoon of vegetable oil, and I'm using canola oil for this recipe. And into that, I dropped my chicken drumsticks and I'm going to sear them on both sides, okay? So I'm going to let that fry for about 5 minutes on each side. While that's going on, we're going to go ahead and blend our tomatoes, onions, tatashe, bell peppers, and this is the consistency we are going for, okay? We do not want it to be very smooth. So now I'm going to go ahead and flip my chicken to make sure that it browns nicely, just a little, on both sides. Why I am doing this is simple. I want the skin of the chicken to I want the skin of the chicken. I don't want the skin of the chicken to fall off while the stew is cooking, because we are going to cook it all together. So this will make sure that it sticks together, and I'm going for a full of the bone feel kind of chicken, but without the chicken in disintegrating. You know what I mean, right? So this is going to just elevate the flavor of our chicken, and I added some onions, which I have cut up already, and we let that fry for a bit. So I'm adding some of my scotch bonnet peppers for some extra flavor in the oil as the chicken fries for a bit. Now look at that. There's you can see some blood beginning to sip from inside of the chicken. It means it's beginning to cook from the inside. That is what we want. I went in with some celery and some parsley leaves just to add some extra flavor, and I'm going to add some extra vegetable oil to enable our chicken cook some more before we go in with our blended tomatoes and onions and peppers, and of course the blended mix of ginger, garlic, and scotch bonnet pepper. I love me some heat in my stew, like a good amount of heat. Regulate the heat to whatever you can tolerate, okay? So now we're going to mix all of this together, just like this. So I use just the exact amount of water I'm going to be using for my chicken stew, okay? So don't put too much water and don't put too little, because this is what we are going to use to cook our chicken. So after this has cooked for about 30 minutes, you want to go in and be stirring. I went in with my spices and my seasoning powder. Use bouillon cube, whatever you have available, and then season with salt to taste. You can go crazy with this recipe. You can add sausages, you can add minced beef, you can add chicken stock, you can do whatever you want to do with this recipe. You can drop in some potato pieces and it will still be fantastic. I used what I had available, but I tell you, if I had my other ingredients, I would have gone crazy. All right, so we are going to season taste for salt, and if it's tasty enough to your satisfaction, you're going to cover and lower your heat a bit and let this stew away until the water begins to simmer down, okay? Now our stew is almost done. That's how you know the oil has already risen to the top. At this point, I incorporate carrots and some string beans. Use whatever vegetable you have available: broccoli, cauliflower, bell peppers, anything you have available. We're going to let this cook because we want our carrots and peas to be soft and tender like our chicken. Look at that. Oh, so good, so beautiful. I tell you, this looks so gorgeous. This looks so beautiful. It smells absolutely amazing and it's so delicious. You will love it. I went to with some spring onions and extra scotch bonnet because I want me more heat in my stew. I love it spicy. So I'm just going to break that into my stew, and I added some eggs, which I had made some incisions so it can absorb all of that umami liquid. Okay, this is chow time. As my sister Nana will say, chow time. So my baby and I are just enjoying this with this rice pancake. Dinner was so good, I tell you. If you're new to my channel, a very warm welcome to you. Please consider being a member of this family by clicking on that subscribe button. Subscription is absolutely free. At Jerica's Infusion, you'll never run out of ideas in that your kitchen. I will make you fall in love with cooking. I'll make it fun for you. To my old friends, subscribers, family, I love you guys. You know, right? I appreciate you for your constant support. See you in my next video. I wish I could just share this deliciousness with you. Just look at that chicken, soft, succulent, juicy. That is what we want. Bye. Have a great day.